Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites, and this is going to be my top 5 Legend of Zelda games. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's coming very soon. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to get it in my hands and play it. I will review it when it's done. I probably might do an unboxing of the Nintendo Switch as well, because I'm getting that at the same time. And I thought I'd do a couple of Legend of Zelda videos. You can check out my Majoras Mask video. I'll put it in the link in the description, and it's probably going to be the end of this video anyway. But I'm going to do my top 5 Legend of Zelda games. In number 5 is A Link to the Past. Now, a lot of people put this a lot higher on the list, but I don't. I think it's still a great game. Of all the Zelda games I've played, it's still an amazing game, and it's the first game that deviated from the proper serialized format, where it was just one after the other, and this became a prequel. And we got, it's the first time we really got a lot of story going on with the Master Sword and Ganon and Zelda and the Triforce and all this kind of stuff. And that stuff kind of takes wind, which gives the power to push towards things like Ocarina of Time. So it's a staple of a game. It's a lot of fun. There's, again, lots of awesome items and dungeons. Really good fun. And I think at one point, I'm probably going to get it again for the Game Boy Advance, because I think it's a hell of a game. In at number 4 is Twilight Princess. Now, a lot of people put this further down on their list, but for me, yes, I agree that there's a massive land and it's awesome, but there isn't a lot to do in it. But that aside, I still think it's a really good story, awesome characters again. It's a lot of fun being. It's like a love letter to the Ocarina of Time lovers, and it's just an absolute awesome piece of graphics. I think for its time, I think it basically pushed that kind of thing forward with like Link and Zelda and all those characters, and making them just look really cool. And like I said, the expansive land, it was the first time we had a really big land. I mean, other ones were pretty big, but this was the first one that was absolutely massive. And yes, so fair enough, there wasn't a lot to do within that land, but it was still a great story. Really enjoyed it. Ganon revealing himself to be the true culprit at the end. I quite like Zant as well as a bad guy. I think he was cool. Even a lot of people didn't like his like mishmash fight thing at the end, where he goes through all different like fights you've had in the dungeons you've had through the game. But I quite like that, because he had to think on your toes quickly. It was going to change every few moments. It was going to change. You had to adapt to it really quickly, and that I thought was a really cool dynamic. Being the wolf, yeah, it was a bit tedious, I suppose, when you were trying to collect the things of light to get yourself back to real Link. But again, it was still a cool dynamic. It was fun being a wolf. I quite enjoyed it. Midna was an epic character. I think she was probably one of the best like helper characters that are out there. Real fun, and obviously she becomes the Twilight Princess, as we kind of knew that was probably going to happen through the story. But again, like I say, the characters are built really well in this game. And number 3 is Wind Waker. Now this, for me, I was really kind of dubious going into this, because I thought, this isn't Hyrule, this is the sea. What the hell is all this? It's just islands. It's going to be really boring. And I started, and I fell in love with it straight away. It was classic Zelda. Yes, they reimagined it. Yes, it looked more cartoony and everything, but it was still a great Zelda game. You still had the Master Sword present. You still had this whole thing with Zelda and Ganon, and you find out later on that Hyrule was under the waves, which that moment when you go down through the waves at the Tower of the Gods and you find Hyrule Castle below you to get the Master Sword was an amazing thing. And I didn't see it coming. When I was young and I first started, I just did not see it coming at all. I will say the boat mechanics as well, a lot of fun. I think the only thing that's topped that is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, as far as mechanics are concerned. But it was a lot of fun being a boat and everything, using the wind to go to different places. And there was a lot to do. There was loads of little islands to find, little treasures to find, and it was quite a filled map, to be honest. Number 2 is Majora's Mask. I've already reviewed this. You can check the link just above me now. And it's epic. Amazing game, really fun, considering they did it in a year's time, and it was just a successor to Ocarina of Time. It did so well, it expanded on characters. It was a lot of fun. The dungeons were epic. The story was fun. All the conspiracy theories from them, that he's actually dead and everything, was just so much fun to like watch and listen to and think about. And overall, I'm surprised it did as well as it did, considering it was following Ocarina of Time. But it was a hell of a game. In at number 1, probably somewhat obviously, considering I've been talking about it throughout this entire video, is Ocarina of Time. I'm sorry, but I don't care what anybody else says. Ocarina of Time is number 1 in the Zelda list. I don't know whether Breath of the Wild is going to beat it. It could do. It does have a lot of potential to beat it. It depends on how they do it. But Ocarina of Time for me was my ultimate childhood game. I loved it so much. It was finding out, obviously being a kid, and then you fast forward in time, you become an adult for the first time. That was epic. You get the Master Sword and you find out it's Ganon's plan all along. Zelda goes missing, you carry on doing all these dungeons, which were brilliant, by the way. The Fire Temple was one of my favourite. Water Temple absolutely sucked, as we all know, but I can't deny how great this game was. The stories were brilliant, the characters were really well built, the mechanics of the game, the way that you used your character, the way you found stuff, your side quests and everything, brilliantly done. The finale against Ganon, when you go against him 2 times, you have to go all the way to the top of the tower, go through all these stages, get there, fight him like a game of tennis, which is a lot of fun. And then then the next thing you have to go down the castle as it's destroyed, and then he comes out and transforms into a massive Ganon. You have to take him on, all the while having your Master Sword knocked away from you, and you have to use the Megaton hammer for a little bit. And then you get him just sealed away in the temple afterwards, and it was just an absolutely epic ending to one of the best games ever. And I honestly think, so far, I haven't had a game beat it. It is my favourite game of all time, purely because I just haven't found a game since that gives me that kind of feel when I play it. Every time, it never gets boring, doesn't matter how many times I've played it or how many times I will play in the future. It is an epic game, it is an amazing game. I really push anybody to please play the game, because it will get you hooked on Zelda for definite. It's brilliant, it's undeniable, it's hard to beat, and that is why it's in at my number 1. So that's my top 5 Legend of Zelda games. What are your top 5 Legend of Zelda games? Let me know down in the comments or send me an email. You can also find me in the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and moviepilot.com. Just type in Nerd Bites anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. And of course, keep it nerdy.